Y'all, we need to talk. Gypsy Rose and Ken Urker have been spotted on Omi TV, and it's a video chat app, and they were engaging with underage users. This isn't just gossip, it's a serious concern. Omi TV is a platform similar to Omegle, where users are like randomly paired with like video chats. It's known for like minimal moderation, so a lot of underage kids are on there, even though it says 18 or older, because they don't monitor it. Users of all age are on there, including children. And it's actually known to be an app for predators. And they basically lure other kids onto other apps to communicate with them. Now, recent videos have surfaced of Gypsy and Ken chatting with younger users on Omi TV. In one clip, they appear to be conversating with a child that seems to be around 13 years old. And this raises serious red flags because it's so inappropriate and their interactions on the platform are really odd. And a lot of you know about the police report of what Gypsy said she would have done to her alleged daughter with Nicholas Godeshan. And also, you know about what happened with like the AI pictures. Most of you know about that. Given Gypsy's past and current public persona, engaging with minors on an unmoderated platform is highly questionable. It blurs the lines between seeking redemption and potentially exploiting her notoriety. Social media users are expressing outrage and comments ranging from concern about children to criticism of Gypsy and Ken's judgment. The consensus is clear. The behavior is unacceptable. While there may not be any legal restrictions preventing Gypsy from having such engagement on platforms, ethically, it's a different story, and engaging with minors are very concerning. Engaging with minors in this context could be seriously seen as irresponsible and potentially harmful. Gypsy and Ken really need to consider their online activities, especially those involving minors. It's crucial to prioritize safety and the well-being of the younger users. And Gypsy knows better, and so does Ken. Let's talk about Gypsy Rose and Kate. As a lot of people know, Kate deactivated her account because Gypsy and her people were bullying Kate off the internet. This is alleged, although we've seen proof. It's alleged. Anyway, Gypsy made a post, responded in comments, the other day. And I want you guys to see this because it really just shows exactly what Kate's been saying. First of all, whoever is the person that commented up here, it's her for the win, okay? She says, this is a joke. No survivor acts like this. Yes, everybody heals differently. But pretending to be a Munchausen by proxy survivor and advocating when you're only advocating for yourself isn't what survivorship and advocacy is about. She says exactly why I'm telling people not to expect that from me. I'm a survivor of abuse, whether people believe me or not. It's not their life, it's mine. So having hope that I could have been an advocate was just that, a hope that was crushed by society who only wanted a perfect victim. And because I'm flawed, I was shown that I am not good enough. So long story short, I was bullied out of the possibility. I think this is really messed up that this is what she chose to say, especially after she literally bullied Kate off the internet. She trolled her in her comment section. She claimed she didn't know who she was. When Gypsy herself, I explained who she was. And she still tried to play like she didn't know. When she only started getting her stuff flagged once Gypsy came out. Come on now. And then she wants to say society says I'm not good enough because, oh, woe is me, poor me. It's like, one thing about her is she knows how to be a victim. But what's so messed up about it is that she would do that in the height of knowing what she did to Kate. That's a wicked woman. That's all I can say. That is a wicked woman. Y'all see the receipts for yourself, so you can't say I made this up. This is what she said recently after Kate got off the internet because of her. So I normally would not do this, but this girl came for me and I didn't send for her, so let's talk about it. So she's defending Gypsy Rose, but she thought she was roasting me. I want y'all to just look carefully at this girl. I really don't know about. If you didn't know, at the time of her mom's unaliving, she...
See, this is how you know everybody on the internet is not an influencer like they say they are. When I saw her post a video saying,
With a
somebody
makeup
gave me
filter on.
$1,000 to go shopping for them. I looked at her style and I said, who? Absolutely who? I can't trust your makeup routine. How am I going to trust your words? And you're victim blaming. Her mother kept her for years, decades, in an abusive mental and emotional state. But every chance you get, you trying to go at her for what? Clout? For attention? Gypsy Rose is the coattail you want to ride to fame. That's how I know you're not an influencer. Because
So normally I would not come on here and eat you up, but I'm going to. You came on here with a bold armor filter. Ma'am, no filter, baby. This is me. This is my skin. Okay? So you tried it. First of all, you actually look like you don't really take care of yourself, and I don't know if you do. And if you do, I'm sorry that you put on so much effort to end up looking like that. But you had something to say about me, Miss Mims. That bold armor filter is giving you very strong in the face, okay? Check yourself before you wreck yourself, because I have proven facts and I've had receipts that these are lies. But you came on here with just opinions, come with receipts, and then come back. Who gon' check me, boo? Because it ain't gonna be you, Miss Krusty. What do you mean self-defense? Because you're speaking on something you really don't know about. If you didn't know, at the time of her mom's unaliving, she was very sickly. She was actually bedridden. Gypsy was actually taking care of her. She was not in imminent danger. This was not self-defense. Gypsy was 23 years old. She could have walked right out the door. Okay? The story that you've heard and what's actually really true are two different things. The act and Mommy, Dad, and Dearest, those aren't accurate. Stop perpetuating a lie, because that's what you, ma'am, are doing. I recently saw another interview Gypsy Rose did. It's pretty disturbing. I spoke to Kate as well, and she was pretty disturbed by it. Let's watch it, and I'll tell you my opinion along with Kate's.
You're often portrayed either as the victim of Munchausen or the murderer.
Right.
And what do you want people to know about you?
Quite honestly, I'm starting to feel like they want a perfect victim, and there is no such thing as a perfect victim. In their mind, the perfect victim would have died. And so now that I survived and the perpetrator of the abuse is the one that died, then I'm getting the hate.
At this point, I'm getting really irritated. And what's irritating me about this is the fact that Good Morning America would perpetuate this lie and deception that she's doing. Sadly, not only are they perpetuating it, what she's saying is detrimental to other survivors. Because there are survivors that are alive. The ones that you've bullied off the internet, Miss Gypsy Rose, those. But you would come on a platform, lie and deceive intentionally. You're a very, very sad person. But this is what Kate said, and I'm reading it verbatim. This really upset me. I don't know anyone that thinks a perfect victim is an unalived one. She is a gaslighter and a manipulator. This crap is so damaging to real survivors. So we are perfect victims if we aren't the unalived ones. So we have to be unalived or killed by someone to be a victim. This message is what I'm getting. She is so full of herself and doing damage control. And Good Morning America is allowing it. Good Morning America is allowing this. And she could sit up there and once again play victim. This girl is conniving. I don't know, y'all. I just had to share this with you.
In the case of 6-month-old Aurora, Ryan, you are not the father.
Y'all ever invested in crypto and felt like you got scammed? Well, this guy got kidnapped, beaten, and literally tortured. And now the second suspect just got charged. This case is giving Saw Ethereum edition. The man was allegedly tied up, burnt up, and beaten for access to his crypto wallet. Not a password reset. They went full on hostage mode. Imagine logging into your Coinbase and logging into an ER instead. Suspects allegedly robbed the victim of over $150K in crypto and held him for hours while trying to drain his accounts. This wasn't no little scam. This was Breaking Bad meets Bitcoin. Duplessis just got hit with a felony kidnapping and assault charges, and it looks like more shoes are about to drop, because if there's one thing the crypto world loves, is a pyramid scheme and a plot twist. Moral of the story is, keep your wallet cold, your password offline, and your friends out of Web3. The crypto boys are out here fighting for coins like it's Mario Kart. Cut. Somebody tell security 50 Cent is throwing shade like it's primetime television. So Curtis Petty King Jackson hopped on Instagram with a straight face and said, I quote, "Wait a minute. Puffy got a gun? I can't believe this. I don't feel safe." Now, why would he say that? In a suit, on set, acting like he saw a ghost from Bad Boy Pass. First of all, the timing is not coincidental. Diddy's in court fighting for his reputation, and here comes 50 Cent dropping captions with more tension than a season finale of Power. And let's not forget, 50 Cent has literally made a second career out of roasting Diddy. This ain't nothing new, but this is next level shade. He's basically saying, I don't trust Puffy in a movie scene, let alone in real life. You see the face? Stone, cold, and unbothered. Man's probably sipping on Branson and cognac right now, scheduling his next troll as we speak. Okay? This is what happens when Petty meets production budget. And honestly, I'm tuning in like it's HBO on Sunday night. This trial got everybody talking. And 50's just here to remind he's watching with us, okay? And with his popcorn and posting memes with malice, okay? Stay tuned because the shade is cinematic. Stay tuned, stay seated, and stay ready because, baby, the tea pouring never, ever stops. Imagine going to federal prison for tax fraud and coming out to film your own next reality show. Because that's exactly what Todd and Julie Chrisley are doing. Camera crews are waiting for them outside the prison gates, baby. And they said they ain't playing no games. Fresh off the Trump pardon, the Chrisleys are stepping back into the spotlight. And this time, Lifetime is rolling tape on everything. From their first hug out of prison, to family reunions, to what's being called their road to redemption. Because nothing says rehabilitation like a full camera crew and a 5-season deal. Let's be real. Let's minus Gypsy Rose, okay? Look, I don't know how this is going to turn out, baby, but I'm here to watch. You know, I love to watch a good show, baby. TMZ says production has already started their new show. And let's be honest, America loves a scandal comeback. This is given the Kardashians. Meat Orange is the new black. If Kris Jenner had a Bible Belt cousin, it would be Savannah Chrisley because, baby, she stayed booked and unbothered through the entire scandal. And now she's producing the comeback and getting a Lifetime bag. Iconic. I'm actually happy for the granddaughter because regardless of what they did, those are her grandparents and they raised her. So, look, I'm not giving them no passes. I'm just saying they did 2.5 years. Most people that do white collar crimes like that don't get 17 years. How would Todd Chrisley get more time than Gypsy Rose? And she had her mom's neck. I mean, I'm just saying. Look, don't get the messenger. Don't get the messenger. From the courthouse to the clapback, this family sure knows how to monetize a mugshot, child. And I ain't mad at them. Stay tuned, stay seated, and stay ready because, baby, you know the tea never stops pouring. Bye-bye. Baby, the courtroom chaos today? Let's just say someone tried to throw the whole trial into the trash. Literally. Mistrial motion, freak-off apologies. Oh, yeah, and Cassie just had her baby while Diddy's fighting for freedom. Cassie and her husband, Alex Fine, just welcomed their third child. Yup. In the middle of this courtroom madness, TMZ reports mama and baby are healthy. And let's be honest, the timing, kind of poetic. Cassie has been the center stage in this federal trial, and now she's starting a new chapter while Diddy's legal team is in shambles? Symbolism much? I don't know. Oh, yeah. And do y'all remember the Punisher, the male exotic dancer that was involved in these infamous freak-offs? Well, today, he apologized to Cassie on record. He said he didn't realize how traumatic those events were, and he admitted he has regrets. This is huge because the defense has been trying to paint this as a consensual and glamorous type of thing. But this witness, he backed up Cassie and added a whole new layer of guilt and exploitation. Not only is this bad PR for Diddy, it's damning for the defense. Now here's where it gets wild. Diddy's legal team is begging for a mistrial. Why? They claim an arson investigator's testimony was prejudice and irrelevant. According to TMZ, his defense is saying the courtroom has been poisoned and the jury is too biased to continue. The judge hasn't ruled on it yet, but if this gets granted, it could reset everything. This move is textbook panic for the defense. We're literally watching their whole narrative crumble. When witnesses start crying and strippers start apologizing, you know your client isn't looking good. Today proved this isn't about crimes. It's about control, image, and accountability. Cassie's in the delivery room, the Punisher is remorseful, and Diddy's legal team is yelling mistrial like it's a bingo night at Rikers Island. And you better believe this trial is far from over. Stay tuned, stay seated, and stay ready because the tea pouring never stops. Grab a snack, grab some tea, and grab some holy water. We're going to need all three because Trump just commuted the sentence of a man once called the most powerful gangster in Chicago, Larry Hoover. And baby, this story is wild from top to bottom. Larry Hoover is the founder of the Gangster Disciples, a Chicago-based street gang that grew nationwide into a criminal enterprise. I want y'all to really hear the criminal enterprise part. Larry started this group in the late 60s, originally known as a group called the Supreme Gangsters, but it merged into another crew to form Gangster Disciples. Now, this wasn't some small-time street hustle. Authorities said Hoover ran a drug empire that pulled over $100 million a year, all while he was already serving 150 to 200-year sentence for ordering the murder of a man named William Young back in 1973, I believe. But here's where it gets a little extra. From the inside of prison, Hoover allegedly continued to run the gang, giving orders through code messages and visitors. Yeah, this is real. And that's how he caught a federal life sentence in 1997 for continuing to operate a criminal organization. Now, flash forward to the recent years. Hoover became a symbol for prison reform, especially in the Black community. And guess who picked up the torch? Kanye West. In 2012, Kanye and Drake did a whole Free Larry Hoover benefit concert in Los Angeles. It was streamed worldwide, and it had major we need prison reform energy, except a whole lot of folks weren't really sold on the idea of freeing a gangster leader. But Ye didn't stop there. He met with Trump at the White House back in 2018 and literally brought up Hoover's name at the table. Say what you want about Kanye, but he planted that seed. And now, look where we are. So what happens now? Trump just commuted Hoover's federal life sentence, but that doesn't mean he walks tomorrow. He's still serving time for that 1973 murder conviction in Illinois State Prison. But this move takes a massive chunk off the table and adds additional pressure to have his sentence be reduced. Critics are calling this reckless, saying freeing a known gangster leader could glorify violence. But supporters are saying Hoover's nearly 74 years old, and he spent decades behind bars. And he could serve as a voice of peace in the community he once harmed. I don't know about that, y'all, but let's break it down. He started a gang that turned into an empire, did time for a murder, and then got hit with running crime behind bars. Kanye and Drake turned it into a prison reform movement, and Trump just made it federal history. Y'all, stay tuned, stay seated, and stay ready because the tea never stops pouring. Oh, yeah, and Joe Exotic, they say, is next. And NBA YoungBoy, Yeah, he just got one too. Day 12 of Diddy's trial just took a dark turn. And I'm talking about hotel blood, sexual assault allegations, and Prince's bodyguard stepping in like it was a Grammy gone wrong. Grab your snack, grab some tea, and grab some holy water because we gonna need all three. So today, Diddy's former assistant, referred to in court as Mia, testified that she was sexually assaulted multiple times while working for Diddy. She said Diddy forced himself on her and made inappropriate advances, manipulated her into staying silent, and y'all, it's not even the worst part of it yet. She told the court that she once had to clean up menstrual blood from his hotel room. Not her own, not random, allegedly Cassie's. Let that sink in. Part of her job was to clean up the aftermath of abuse. And get this, she claimed at a party, Diddy lunged at Cassie in front of a crowd. And the only reason it didn't turn into a full-on assault is because Prince's security stepped in. Yes, Prince, the icon, the legend, and apparently the only one who had enough sense to bring a security guard that would actually do something and wasn't under Diddy's payroll. Prince's team stopped Diddy from attacking Cassie. This trial has turned into a full-on horror movie with celebrity cameos. Gypsy did a full winner versus loser rundown, and here's the gist. Winner, the prosecution, because these stories are stacking and it is not looking good for Diddy. Losers, Diddy's image, Diddy's legal team, and honestly, anyone that used to party with him. Because every day, another crack shows, another person speaks, another allegation drops. This trial is not about a redemption story. It's about exposure, and baby, the curtains are wide open. Day 12 is done, but this mess is far from over. Stay tuned, stay seated, and stay ready, because the tea pouring never, ever stops.